This is an account of my first Camino on the Camino Ingles. I chose it because I could complete an entire route and get my Compestela. The woman working the counter was very nice. She basically really made sure to tell me how easy everything would be in terms of finding my direction, which I already have a pretty good degree of confidence. I've been nerding out for a while, watching YouTube videos and other people perform the journey, so to a degree I know what to expect. Of course, it's always different in person. They gave me a really nice map, which is backup in case my technology fails. And of course, right here we have the starting point. This was the first breakfast I successfully ordered in Spanish.
Due to a combination of factors on my first Camino, I decided to stay in hotels and hostels instead of albergues. I don't regret the decision. I do wish to get the experience of staying in albergues at some point. This first stay was in a converted tannery, which once served as a convent. Really historic building in Netta that dates back to the 1700s. Really beautiful, as you can see from the video here. Today I will be going from Netta to Camino. Friends. Kind of excited about this. I saw this when other people were doing the trail. It's basically a little homemade setup you can see here. Show you. So these are the oyster shells, which are the symbol of the Camino. I've seen a couple of different of these locations set up in YouTube videos that I've watched before I came here. And I was wondering if I was going to get an opportunity to get it from a stand like this, or if I was going to have to go to a touristy store. I think it seems a little bit more special buying it from something like this. Is sort of the honor system. So I'm going to go ahead and pick one out here. I actually just emptied out all my small change, but I'm going to go ahead and give that too. I think it's a good gesture, and I think I'm going to take it. So here's my dilemma here. Basically there's two paths. There's a gentleman here before, Spanish gentleman, who was trying to make up his mind. He went right. That's the path I think is the standard path, but this alternate path is supposed to have some, I think, nicer views and maybe avoid a dangerous intersection. I think I'm gonna try to go the longer way. It's really not that much further. Decided to go this alternate way. I know All Trails is probably gonna freak out, but I've pretty much messed up all trails a couple times already. Well, all trails, I know you're not very happy with me, but check out this view. This is pretty nice. Yeah, so the views up here are pretty awesome. Just listen to the birds too. This is kind of interesting. If I had 50 cents, which I gave for the shell earlier, I would put it in here to light that up, but unfortunately I do not. I assume this is a graveyard, but not 100% sure. Had a little bit of confusion getting into the tower here. I think the desk worker had asked me if I was staying at the albergue and I wasn't. I just wanted to come up into the tower, so she was asking for all sorts of information. I thought she was going to ask me for a pint of blood. I was having to fill out paperwork and everything, and the price was like €6.10, which isn't really a lot in the US. It's totally what you would pay for to come into a tower like this, but here things are pretty cheap. Like, so generally something like this has been €1 or €2, and that's exactly what it is. It's like a little more than that, but like $2.90. And it took a while to sort of sort it out. And her English was really quite good, but I think there was just sort of a little bit of a disconnect between us. But this is quite beautiful. You can get a better view of the bridge that I crossed over to get into town. When I arrived, there were some rowers out here. I don't know if they were having some sort of race. There's also like a 5K going on. And so you could hear back from when I was up at the small church or chapel up on the hillside over here, you could hear the announcer basically cheering people over the finish line from way up there, and I had no idea what it was. I was thinking maybe there was a soccer field or something like that, but really lively, really beautiful day. Nice little picnic area here. I guess this looks like somebody's side gig. I wonder what Spanish for four is. Hopefully I don't get conked in the head. Making me work for it today. Quite a bit of up and down on the hills. That's the crazy bird I hear. Hopefully not a pterodactyl. Probably not though.
I got into Camino quite early, so I had some time to walk around and enjoy the beach scenery.
Another side hustle here. I think this might be an honor system operation. It'd be nice if they had stamp, but I think they do have stamp. Unfortunately, I do not have change, I don't think. Well, I think I'm just going to be very generous here. I'm going to give them €5 because it's the smallest amount that I have right now. Probably take a banana. And a lemonade. It's pretty cool. Just happenstance that I was walking up right at the same time that Carlos and probably his wife, who run that little stand there for the pilgrims, were arriving. I don't know if there's a trail camera or something that alerted me coming, or if it was just pure coincidence. Either way, honor system, but had a nice broken conversation with Carlos in what little English he knew and what little Spanish I knew, and sat down and had my banana and my lemonade, and he took several pictures of me next to the artwork, the murals on the shipping container that makes up the stand for perhaps inclement weather. But yeah, nice little break.
All of the places I stayed on the Camino Ingles were great, but this one was definitely amongst the most memorable of all of them. This location was a little bit off of the Camino Ingles, so I had to walk a little bit out of my way to get into it. It was still walkable, but totally worth it. The campus of this site was absolutely beautiful. It is an old converted monastery. The person at the desk told me it actually dates back to the 1100s. So a lot of history here. Really beautiful.
Buenos dias. Just starting what will be the 4th day of walking here on the Camino Ingles. Just got a ride from my hotel, which is a couple miles off of the Camino here. It's an old convent, really beautiful. Had a great conversation with the caretaker and desk worker this morning. They actually run the hotel. I think the Catholic Church may own it. Very beautiful, kind of luxurious, but pretty affordable as far as something of that caliber would go. Had a delicious dinner last night. I think it was a hake or cod, and some pan, some bread, of course, and some fine wine. Had a nice soak in the tub. So I'm pretty relaxed today. Weather's cooler. I don't think it's supposed to rain, but I'm excited to get moving. It'll be a longer day today, but relatively flat from what I understand. A little bit more of a road walk. Can't talk today. Here. Looks like there's a truck coming. I was just gonna mention, to me it's interesting, this road is a little bit more sort of established, wider than some of the roads that I've been walking on, or that Camino follows in general. A lot of the roads are almost like logging roads, which coincidentally we just saw that tractor trailer go by with some lumber on it. Here we are, leaving the road behind a bit. Sounds good to me. I've seen this particular cafe in videos. It's kind of neat to be here. So I made it to this location. I recall seeing this on YouTube. The woman is very kind and gives you a little footstool when you go in to get a drink, something like that. So probably about halfway for today to my destination. So just had a great little pit stop there, and while I was there, these three gentlemen came in, and they began taking pictures with another group of gentlemen who had sat down for some cervezas. Those guys were from Portugal, and then the other group was from Ireland. Struck up a nice conversation with the group from Ireland, who of course appreciated that I was traveling here from Boston, the other bit of Ireland as they called it, which is something that you often hear. And they were talking about how they were doing the A Coruña Camino, and they had actually started it in Ireland. And the interesting thing for me was they were saying that there were actually official routes in Ireland to continue the whole entire thing. And I've heard you could do that. You could start in your home country, get stamps, and then finish like on the A Coruña route. But I don't know how you would do that from the United States. They actually manage because there's an official route and places that actually have the stamps, but I'm not aware if something like that exists in the US. Be interesting to find out. Anyway, great Camino experience. Meeting people is really cool and a major part of the experience as a whole. Some fertile ground here. So these sculptures up here, I've seen in a lot of videos of people passing through. Definitely getting near the end. The dinosaurs, kind of crazy, as well as this sort of little roller coaster kind of thing. The tractors. p.m., last day of the walk. Everything goes well. This is day 5 on the Camino Ingles. I just made my way down from the hotel, which is a little bit off the route. Had to walk, I don't know, mile and a half, a few kilometers to it. Second time I've done that on the trip. This time, just I think due to the nature of the trail, it was a little more exhausting getting there last night, just because it's so rural and remote that I hadn't had the opportunity to take a break anywhere. I was really looking forward to that. This morning, the bruise that had developed on my left foot near my pinky toe was a little bit more sore than it was yesterday. Kind of got my stride now. But anyway, on the trail here, every other house had a pack of howling dogs, and there's part of me that thinks it's only a matter of time before one of them jumps the fence and comes after me. So I got out my trusty pole here, only one of them. But really it was more to give a swing at something if I had to defend myself than it was for the sport. But the sport is actually appreciated right now as my feet are being kind of normalized to today's stride. Well, that's all for now. Down to less than 10 kilometers. I saw this place in a lot of YouTube videos, but I think I'm here at the wrong time. Alright, so I think the witch sign is supposed to be in here. Let's see if we can find it. I think I see it. There it is. It's funny how something so simple has become such a landmark.
on the other side of the church.
So I made it here. It is right around 4 p.m. A lot of people enjoying the plaza here in front of the cathedral. I think I'm going to try to find the office to get my Compestela. I've been privileged to be to Santiago on several different occasions prior to my first pilgrimage here. And I'm looking forward to spending a couple days in Santiago, so I should have some time to enjoy the cathedral over the next couple of days, but looking to definitely prioritize and getting things accomplished. So I just went in the office and got the Compostela. The process was pretty easy. I was a little bit confused at first because they directed me towards a kiosk to enter things to get a QR code, which I kind of thought that I had to do, but that was actually the registration, which I had done in advance online, which I read some, I think, misleading information saying that you even had to do that before you even started. But that shortened the process for me. They took me pretty much right off. They have like a queue of a dozen different desks and attendees. You scan your QR code that you have in your booklet that you get, and basically that gives you a number, and then your number is called and you go up and you get all your information. To get a mileage certificate, it's like €3 extra, and then it's a couple euros extra to get the tube to put everything in and to protect it, which I'll have this in my backpack or probably my carry-on when I go back. So €5 for everything. Not too bad at all. And now I'm gonna go try to find my hotel room, which is another short walk because I haven't done enough walking yet today.